What's going on YouTube? Joe Miner 3131 back again with JS Miner 87 here on the DFS Quarry channel on YouTube. We're about to break down the Saturday, January 5th, 2019 7-game main slate we're looking at here on DraftKings. An okay slate to look at. Jared, you and I talked before the show got started here. Not having the best of nights, man. I had Mackenzie Blackwood all the way around. I played the Powerhouse Pens line. I only did 2 lineups today. And guess what, man? I got crushed. Pretty obvious.
Yeah, I can't. I got to quit doing the 4 different kind of lineups and stuff. Or just like you said, stick with at least the 1 pair and then maybe change your alternates. Changing too much around and expected 1 to hit and all 4 aren't hit in the past couple of days. But, hey, you know what? We'll get back on track, look at it, and hopefully keep on making some value. Good news is Pens win. Raiders' gut was wrong, and Pens are now two wins away from the league high win streak.
Well, guess what? Raiders fans' gut might have been wrong, dude, but I totally missed. I mean, missed. Like, it sucked. Like, it was secondary scoring, right? For the most part, I got an assist out of Malkin. It was horrible.
Everywhere, though. There's a lot of games that way. You hit on the Lars Eller. He was the only one that scored for Washington that night. He sure, in the New Jersey game, low scoring games, it's just insane tonight.
Yeah, it was weird. Certainly weird. Looks like Cole's on there with us. What's up, Cole? I got to get this out of the way, man. It's bugging me. It's bugging the piss out of me, and I can't let this shit go, dude. This shit that Vegas pulled with sending Peary back down to the AHL. Where'd he go? Chicago? Is that where he went? Back to Chicago?
Yeah, forget where.
I think he went back to Chicago. Whatever. It doesn't matter where he went. They sent this kid down, man. This is straight bullshit. All because of this stupid damn clause. The kid, if he stays up for 10 games, they have to waive him then. Well, Jared, you and I both know, man, there is no way in hell that he's going to clear waivers. Like, he's going to be claimed in 10 minutes, man, of being on waivers. This is bullshit. I got a problem with it. What Vegas is doing is wrong, man. This kid's playing out of his mind. And it's not like he's a kid either, and I'm calling him a kid. It's not like he's 20, 21 years old where he's got time. This guy's 27 years old. You know what I mean? He needs to be up here at the bottom line, man. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I won't bring it up anymore. But yeah, I got it. It's bullshit, man. Straight bullshit. What's he got? 9 points in 7 games, right?
Yeah, it's really insane. I mean, I don't know what they put on their 3rd line, 4th line guys, but to think that he doesn't have more value than Will Carrier and I can't even think of their 4th liner that they're running on the left wing right now. It just blows my mind. And then to say, look at the long term. How many seasons in a row have we seen that one team miss the playoffs by 1 point, 2 points and stuff? Fans will be up in arms when they say, dude, we had a dude that was running phenomenal. And you left them go back because you wanted to keep Will fucking Carrier, who has 1 goal every 15 games.
Right. And who's the other guy? Nosek, right? Or Nosek?
Tomas Nosek, yeah.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? I mean, this kid is literally playing out of his mind. Playing better than Pacioretty was before Pacioretty got hurt. Can we say that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't, you got the money tied up in Pacioretty. I get it. You need him playing, but you can make up the line somewhere.
Do you need Will Carrier playing? Like, can you not make the playoffs with Brandon Peary and not Will Carrier? I mean, come on. Like, this is just, it's like, I'm sorry. I just, man, Peary had he's.
You almost hope they would now.
The GM said he'll be back. Well, when, man? Because he is 27. What happens if the cat goes down there and something goes wrong? He gets hurt, right? He gets hurt.
Well, Trade him. I have no issues if you want to trade him and get him to, like Toronto did. You said about Levo. Honorable move with Toronto,
Right.
saying we're going to get rid of you if we don't have a spot for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Levo's about the same age, right? 27, right around there.
Yeah, around there, yeah.
So you know what I mean? At least Toronto gave him the opportunity. They got him out of there, got him in a different situation, so the kid had a chance to prove himself in the NHL. What Vegas is doing is just flat out wrong, man. It's just wrong. Sorry. I can't take it. It's just wrong. It bothered me as soon as I seen, like, I'm going through DraftKings, right? Building a late slate lineup, and I'm going, oh, where the hell's Perry at, right? Because I pulled up the depth chart, and I'm looking at the games side by side, both lineups side by side. I can't find him on there, man. Well, I go back to the regular slot, and I'm scrolling up. Well, there he is. But he's not in the depth chart. So that's when I asked the Slack about it. Justin said, yeah, they sent him down. And then I get into reading it. I'm Googling shit. Bunch of assholes, man. Bunch of assholes. Whatever. With that being said, guys, I apologize. I hope that didn't make you not click on that thumbs up. But if you could, click on a thumbs up, subscribe. One more yet we need. 100 subscribers. We're going to have that contest. Give away NHL hat to the winner. Winner's going to have the choice of that, whatever he or she prefers. Which team, doesn't matter. We prefer you buy a Pens hat, but it doesn't matter. And with that being said, all that fun-loving stuff. If you want to be part of the Slack channel, I need your email address. So you want to let in the comments, go ahead and do that. If not, you can private message me over on the Twitter machine at DFS Quarry, and I'll send that invite out to you as soon as I get it. Like I said, that being said, let's get into it. 7 games here, Jared. Not try to rush through it, but it's 10 of 10, so try to get through as fast as we can. First game on the slate. Buffalo Sabres head into Boston, take on the Boston Bruins. Bruins are a -195 home favorite, 5.5 over/under in this game, and should be Carter Hutton, and Tuukka Rask is confirmed. What do you like here?
Well, I'll go to the Boston side here first, and I will mention, because we had talked about it last night, and I just wanted to look ahead because of the easiness of hockey references, my source. We got Matt Grzelcyk with a birthday tomorrow, and happy to report, at least according to my phone, Nico Hischier with a birthday goal. I mean, it's nice when it works out, right? But going to this Boston game here, I think you still ride this top stack here. Patrice Bergeron, David Pastrnak, Brad Marchand on home ice. These guys are phenomenal. And they're even hitting on some power play action here. Keep running them. Keep running them, especially on home ice. If they were on the road, you might be able to argue against it. But home ice, I like this first line solely. We talked about Boston the other night with them potentially being a play on that second line. I was like, maybe that second line gets something, and ended up Jake DeBrusk with 2 goals and Krejci assisted on 1. So the second line isn't completely out to lunch if you wanted to one-off one of those guys. Maybe, find the guy that's on the power play getting some shot production, which I think that strictly goes to the DeBrusk there. So if you wanted to salary save and run Pastrnak and Bergeron and then salary save with DeBrusk and leave out Marchand, I have no issues doing that. Torrey Krug as well in that power play with 5 assists in 5 games. Another valuable play. I'm not looking at the third and fourth line of Boston here, though. But going down to the defenseman here, though, like I said, Grzelcyk at 2,700 on a birthday. Take a chance, guys. I mean, he would be your $2,700 salary-saving defenseman. You got 6 shots, 5 blocks. He might aim for you 1 point anyway. Maybe they give him that empty net love or something, especially, and we'll say this. The birthday thing might not matter as much to a guy that like Pastrnak or Marchand that sees goals all the time. But if you're a guy that gets maybe a goal or 2 a year, if you're a Brooks Orpik, for instance, and it's your birthday, they're gonna feed you some love, especially in an empty net love or an empty net opportunity. So I like that play, and especially you look at Buffalo and Boston being in the same division. I look for this to be a 1-goal margin across, and leaving the door open for that empty net chance tomorrow. Is the way that game scripted. So Grzelcyk will be in a lineup for me tomorrow. That I can assure you. Krug, like you said, 4 points in 5 games on the power play at 5,600. Pricey, yes. Worth it? I don't know. 2 points. The assists are guaranteed at 2 points. Maybe he's getting 2.5 at 5,600. Make that choice on your own. I'm probably gonna look for a cheaper option if I'm expecting 2.5 points. Going over to the Buffalo Sabres line, I think they are expecting Jack Eichel to miss one more game, is what I was reading today. At least one more game. I think they project him to return on Sunday or something. But so Jeff Skinner is a one-off. I like that play still at 6,700. It actually provides more love to Jeff Skinner now because you got Evan Rodriguez or you got Sam Reinhart here. They're probably going to feed it to Skinner a little bit more. So Jeff Skinner is a one-off. I like that play. Aside from that, I like that they moved Tage Thompson up to the second line here, 2,500 for a second liner shooting 17 shots. Even if you wanted to one-off him for salary savings, I have no problem with it. At 2,500, all you need is a 2.5, and you'll have your value. And like I said, he can score. You put him on a line with Sabatka and Sheary, he might have more of a chance of scoring here. Going down, I don't have an interest here in Buffalo's defenseman. Going to the goalie situation, no Carter Hutton for me, 0-2-1 the past 5 of the 2.95. I like Boston to win the game. Value in Rask. Looking at the other games, I think I'm going to have better value here at 8,100. Would I play Rask at 76, 7,500? Sure. 8,100, I don't think I'm going to chance Rask on this slate.
I pretty much have nothing else to add. I hate to say it like that, but for me, it's just Skinner. Honestly, is a one-off from Buffalo. I don't want the defenseman. Dahlin's really not doing anything lately. Ristolainen, not worth the price tag there, I don't think. I think the only guy really worth the price tag or the shot on defensively here for Buffalo is Scandella at 2,600. But it's really it for me. I like your Tage Thompson call too. I don't know how I'd want to work that, but Tage Thompson is a one-off for salary relief. 2,500 in a cash game isn't a bad idea. But really it's Skinner for me, and I don't want no Carter Hutton. Boston side here. Like the top line's great. Yeah, what more can we say here? Marchand, Bergeron, Pasternak are all three super expensive, so I don't know how you get them in. That second line, you know what? I don't mind Donato here at 3,300 off the second line. People are going to look here to see that 9.4 minutes of ice time, 9.5 minutes of ice time. Maybe they'll get him off of him. So Donato might be in play for me at 3,300. Check out this power play here. Well, you know what? There you go. You can pair two of them big boys up, like Bergeron with Marchand, and then run them with Jake DeBrusk at 4,600. That's a pretty good play. If you want to run three of these guys together out of here. And, with DeBrusk being 4,600 and Torrey Krug at 5,600, that extra 1,000 will give you a ton to be able to work with throughout the rest of it. And that Ryan Donato, he's getting second power play unit time too here, Jared. 3,300. At left winger on the second line. I like that, man. Did somebody get hurt? The reason he's up on that second line? Nordstrom? No. I don't know why he'd be on the second line. And I'm with you. 8,100 for Rask. Nah, I can't do that. You know, I might even. Nah, I'd rather see him at 78, 77, 78, then take a shot, but not here. I don't like Krejci. I do like Donato, man. I don't know why I keep coming back to that, but at 3,300, I really like that. Tage Thompson on the other side too, 2,500. It's nice. So there's plays here. Whatever. It is what it is. That's it. That's all I got here. No goalies for me, and I'm on the Boston side to win this one. A pretty large home favorite. I think the game stays closer than what the spread is here for certain, because everything's pretty heavy on Boston right now. Next game on the slate: Nashville Predators heading into Montreal, take on the Montreal Canadiens. Cole's Montreal Canadiens. Canadians are -120 home favorite, 5.5 over under in this game as well. Saros in the net for Nashville. Price should be in the net for the Habs. What do you like here, Jared?
Well, I like to think that the Montreal's got their act together here, and Price coming off a shutout, I think he takes that. I think it has more of an impact on a veteran having a shutout than when it hits that point. Price has been in the league a long time. I think when you do that, you come off with a big confidence boost. So I certainly like where Price sits in this one. So looking across here, Philip Deneau, I think you were out the night that I discussed this. That was when you were off. I said, Deneau heard us talking about him. The dude's been a machine lately. How bad did we say? Like, Montreal just needs a better center than Philip Deneau. You know what? At 8 points in 5 games at 4,400, I'm going back to this first line. I'm going to take Tatar. I'm going to take Deneau. And the beauty, if you do a 4,400 first line pair, let's say you leave out Gallagher, which, I can see why the past 5 games, you only got 3 assists, 11 shots. You don't see the value there. Okay, maybe that streak continues. I wouldn't be opposed to running Gallagher as well, but for the sake of this argument here, you run that pair of Tatar and Deneau on the first one. Certainly gives you option to run Max Domi and Jonathan Drouin on that second line pair and do a 4-person stack. I would have no problem against that. Now, you got a goalie coming off shutouts. UC Saros the other day had a shutout. I can't remember who it was against. It was I think it was Monday night or Tuesday that he did. So, but I still like where Montreal sits in this. I look for Montreal to kind of win 3 or 4 to 1, or a 2-goal margin of a win, just because Montreal has home ice. If this was in Nashville, I would be completely saying a different story. But being that it is in Montreal, Nashville, coming off a back-to-back here in overtime fashion, I really like Montreal. Defensively, I don't have interest in my only interest is Jeff Petrie defensively here. Jordy Ben, if you wanted to take a chance because he's got 5 points in 5 games at 3,200, it'd be a shot in the dark play, but I wouldn't ask your raising or anything, or just playing the odds. That's what DFS is. You're playing the odds. Say, I think he's going to get another point again tomorrow. If you're thinking that he's going to get another point again tomorrow at a minimum 2 points and it's 3,200, play him by all means. Carey Price, like I said, he's in play again. Going to the Nashville here, I just like the one-off situation here. Whether you want to one-off Arvidsson at 6,900, I think that's a little too much of a price. I would lean more towards Craig Smith on this second line at $5,000. He's got a goal again. I think he had a goal again tonight. So he's got 2 goals, 3 assists in 5 games with 13 shots at 5,000. He's got power play time. What is it? Second line? Yeah, he's got second line power play minutes. Let's just look real quick here. Montreal. Yeah, they get their 3.1 penalties a game for Montreal, about halfway in the league on how they convert. Now, Nashville hasn't been great in season-wise on the road on the power play. They do get 3.2 chances, but they're only converting 13%. That's a stat that, this is a first take video, and that's what we've always described it as. Take a look. What has Nashville done in the past 10 games? What have they done in the past 5? In the past 5, we're seeing power play points here, guys. We're seeing Bonino with 2 points, Kevin Fiala with 3 points, 1 point for Smith, 1 point for Ekholm, and that's the second power play unit. You go up this first power play unit, you're seeing 1 point across there. Maybe they're converting at a better rate in the past 5 or 10. And if they are, ride that streak out. Look at the Penguins now. The Penguins are like 9 or 10 of 12 in the past few games. You ride them. You ride those streaks as long as you can. So a one off of Craig Smith is not out of the question here. Ellis producing some points at 4,900. It could be. Subban finally got a goal tonight at 5,400. I still think that's a little bit overpriced. And yeah, I mean, the 4-person stack here, probably more of a GPP call, because I really see this more 3 to 1, like I said, 4 to 1, 4 to 2. But I'm on the fence about really playing 4 Montreal guys in a cash game. But a GPP play, I would take it.
Do you think Montreal's going to put up 4 goals?
Detroit put up 4 goals.
Ooh, that's hitting below the belt, man.
And it was the same situation, right? Detroit.
Yeah, but you left me with nothing to come back with. What the hell, man? You just go right for the throat. I tell you what I like here. Do you know what I like here? Something you didn't mention. How about the straight-up Weber for Subban trade, right?
Yeah, I totally forgot about that until I see goals.
Yeah, huh? How about that? I don't know necessarily if I want anything else from this game but those two. But I like Price. I can see that.
I hate to cut you on this. Daniel Sprung scored. Holy shit.
Where's Raiders at? Where's that? Did you see that in the Slack today when I said about never mind on Abdulkader, right? I said play Sprung instead.
Right.
Guess what I didn't do? I didn't play Sprung instead. I left Abdulkader in.
I didn't play Heischer.
Oh, man, dude. Whatever it is, what it is. I really don't like much, honestly. But quick Nashville. Arvidsson, Johansson, they're okay as a pairing, I guess. Off the second line, I would run Fiala with Smith for Nashville. Big GPP one-off of Nick Bonino at 3,900. Not too bad of a play. I mean, this cat's getting 18 minutes of ice time right now, so. Defensively, Yossi, he's sort of cooled off, I guess we want to say. He's not scoring the way he was. Yeah, I mean, PK Subban, bud. Give me some PK. Why not? Yeah. Cole probably wishes he still had PK up there playing on his Habs team. There's plays on Nashville, but I'm with you. I like Montreal in this game too. I just not quite certain if Montreal can put up 4, but after you went right for the jugular and Ducks just scored back-to-back goals. Go figure. Both by former Pens. Wonderful. Tatar, Brendan Gallagher, Philip Denault. If you guys see, you guys know I run down Philip Denault all the time, but Cat's got 5 goals, 3 assists, 15 shots over the past 5 games at 4,400. Tatar 4,900, Gallagher 5,200, Druin 49. What the hell is going on with this pricing, man? Damn. Like, Arturi Lekkinen 3,800. Cat has a goal and assist, 17 shots in the last 5 games. What are we doing here? Like, this is like DFS heaven. I'm not saying these guys are like guaranteed plays, but the value here is insane. $4,400 for Denault, who's scored 5 goals over the last 5 games. Like, can we say Cat's a little bit hot right now, man? Dude, give me some Carey Price. Give me some Shea Weber, certainly. Jeff Petrie, Jared, I like that call 5,200. He's having a career year right now. And give me some Carey Price, Shea Weber, Jeff Petrie, and man, I don't mind any of these forwards. I think they're all in play. All in play, certainly. Next game up on the slate, Vancouver Canucks heading into Toronto, take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pretty straightforward game here. Jared, what do you like?
You know what? I'm going to call a game stack, and it's strictly because, you know, you didn't mention here. Toronto's a 245 home team favorite. 6.5 is the over-under here. But we got Jake Markstrom and Michael Hutchinson as projected goalies here. So I like a game stack. I'm more on the Toronto side. So you want to play the expensive John Tavares, Mitch Marner combo at 7,800, 7,400. I'm okay to do that. Leave out Austin Matthews until he gets something going. He's got no goals in 5 games. Maybe this is the situation. If you want a one-off. So here's the situation. I think you either do the pair on the first line, Tavares and Marner, or if you don't want to do that and you want a little exposure, boom, just one-off Austin Matthews. I said this the other night when I said Ovechkin hasn't scored in 5 games. Next night, scores. It almost seems like 5's the number where they get really pissed off. But so Austin Matthews is a one-off. I can see going there. But I really look for this to go over the 6.5. A lot of goals here. You go down here, I definitely have interest in Morgan Rielly at 6,200. Definitely. Jake Gardner's playing. He's having a hit or miss year at 4,600. I like where he sits tomorrow just because of who he's going up against. Once again, no hating on Vancouver here. I think Vancouver's going to score tomorrow. Look at Hutchinson. They won 8,100 for Hutchinson. Don't play Hutchinson at 8,100. Holy shit. I think if anyone starts him, they're going to suspend him on DraftKings for basically cheating and giving away money. So don't play him. You go to the Vancouver side. They got Elias Pettersson on the first line still. I'm pretty sure he's going to be out. You read about it, and they're waiting results of an MRI, and it's a knee injury. I mean, they're not going to chance that. Especially if it takes till like tomorrow to get the MRI results and morning skates already passed or something. I don't look for Pettersson to play. What that's going to do, most likely, they'll probably bump Bo Horvat up to the first line. And it's going to be Bo Horvat, Brock Besser, and Sven Baertschi. I have no problem, none whatsoever, throwing that first line out against Toronto with Michael Hutchinson. If you want to one-off Brock Besser because all the animal does is shoots, 23 shots in 5 games, one-off Brock Besser. I have no problem with that. And Cole, no arguments here. No arguments. You, hands down, you got Toronto. I know in a main slate, you got Toronto, you got Tampa Bay, both on the main slate. You're going to hit high ownership on both these teams. And, I'm paying up tomorrow, Joe. I don't know where you stand, but I have no problem playing the 78 and the 7,400 tomorrow for them too.
How can you not, man? I mean, obviously, if you're going to play anything at all from Vancouver, you have to play Berchi, Horvat, and Besser. You just have to. You can't play anything else. And you could play Alexander Edler defensively. Maybe if you're playing a cash game, you need a cheap defenseman, Eric Goodbranson at 2,600. He wouldn't be a bad play. I don't want Markstrom here at all. Toronto side, and let me open it up here 1 second, and I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to play this. I'm chatting with Cole here in the live chat. I can't believe I've never done this before, but he suggested playing exactly how I play the Pens. So, I mean, Toronto's a similar team to the Pens, especially over the recent week here. You know, recent games anyway, past 10 or so. They're extremely good on the power play. So is Toronto. I run Crosby and Malkin together all the time. Why not run Tavares and Matthews together? Like, I'm doing it, and that's how I'm doing it. Although Marner is extremely hot, I want to try this because I've never ran Tavares and Matthews together, and I'm going to save my cash by playing Nylander with them at 4,300. So that's what I'm doing. And I know they're not getting the same power play minutes, right? No, they're not. Nylander is on the second, but it doesn't matter. The reason I want to play it like that is Nylander does get power play time, right? He also gets straight up line time with Matthews now. And Tavares, he's just a beast. And I'm not even scrolling down to talk about Hutchinson. Move on. Next game up on the slate. I really like Toronto. Toronto's, yeah. I love Vancouver as a team, but I love Vancouver as a team with everybody. Or just have Kadri instead. Could. What's Kadri's price?
Kadri or Connor Brown, right? I mean, maybe Connor Brown, pops out an assist there or something.
Maybe. Yeah, but don't you think Nylander's got to turn this around here?
He just had a goal 2 games ago?
Or was it the last game? I know he had a couple shots the last game at least. I was listening.
But he's been playing on the third line for a long time.
Right. So I like Nylander. Don't talk me off of it. You guys, leave me alone, man. Let me just play Nylander and be done with it. Next game up on the slate. Columbus Blue Jackets head into Florida to take on the Florida Panthers. Panthers are minus 125 home favorite, over under of 6 in this game. And didn't Columbus get shellacked, like whipped pretty good today?
Let me check real quick. They did score 2 quick ones back to back again. They were Carolina today.
No, Carolina scored 2 quick. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So Columbus lost 4-2.
Yeah, you get beat up pretty good then. No wonder Raiders isn't in the chat. He was all about Columbus yesterday, wasn't he?
4 total shots. That's ugly.
Ooh. Nonetheless, what do you like here? You're gonna have to do something, because I tell you what, I'm pretty much maybe looking to write this whole game off.
Yeah, I'm really with you here. It's a one-off situation here, and sometimes you want to look at your own. I mean, I don't know how many people really put value that OPRK, I think it's called, in DraftKings there, but maybe you look at that and you say, which one stands a better chance of whether Artemi Panarin's a better play or Cam Atkinson? Because those are my one-offs on Columbus side. And if Columbus is going to win and your game script and they're going to win, either of these guys are going to have a big night with multi-points. And that's really the only place I'm at. Luc Dubois at 6,500. Yeah, he got 5 points in 5 games, but he's so inconsistent. And at 6,500, I think you want a guy who's way more consistent than that. The $7,000 for Artemi Panarin, 7 points in 5 games. That's like normal production for him. So you're gonna pay the extra 5,000, and you're gonna take Panarin. Atkinson, he's been expensive all year. I don't know what it is with this guy. I really don't. I can get it with McKinnon because McKinnon's like always like top 3 in the friggin' points leader running here, but I don't get. I get that he shoots a ton, but to say that he should always be 7,700, I think we've even had Sidney Crosby dip down to like 7,400 before. And it just amazes me that Cam Atkinson's 7,700. But if the OPRK tomorrow there, and forgive me if I got the abbreviation wrong, but if it says that Atkinson's going up against a 28th ranked team against Florida, I'm running Atkinson tomorrow. Go down to Werenski. I played him again today. He is at 5,000 tomorrow. He got me 3.5 today. That I can tell you because I remember it. I'm content with that 3.5. I don't know about you, Joe, but I think it was 4,900 today. He's 5,000 tomorrow. 3.5. I can't complain there. Jones 5,800. I'm not gonna take a chance on it because I don't know if we got Korpisalo. That's the shining light that Korpisalo's starting tomorrow. He's a better goalie, if you ask me, than Bobrovsky over the past little bit. He's like DeSmith when we were talking about DeSmith and Murray. DeSmith was playing a lot better, and we happen to think that right now Korpisalo is playing better. So I'm like, I just don't know. I could see this being a 2-1 game, and I want minimal. That's why I'm thinking more or less one-offing one of these guys if I do anything, and it's going to be an expensive one-off, but that's really where you go because if you're looking, you go over to the Florida side. Let's talk about them. We know the names that score, guys. We know it's Dadonov, Barkov, Huberdeau. We know it can be Mike Hoffman on that second line. Let's take a look first. You go away team here. This is where I'm going to really tell you here. Yeah. Columbus takes 3.17, but they're midway in the league, 14th in the league in penalty kill. Okay. You go over to Florida here on home ice here. They're the 5th best power play here, drawing some interest. So, once again, if I want off, let's go down to this first power play unit. Mike Hoffman, 4 power play points in 5 games, 6,100. Boom, there's my play. Or, maybe you say Alexander Barkov, 6,700, a little extra price. But he's got 3 power play points in the past 5 games. Boom, there's your play. Maybe you say I'd rather save my money for the Toronto game. I'll pay up for Keith Yandle at 5,300 because he's got 17 shots in 5 games, 1 power play point. Boom, one person and leave it. Don't have interest in the goalies because who can game script this? What do we got? It's a 125 home favorite. That's as good as basically saying even, because even Vegas doesn't know. And I don't know tomorrow.
I don't like this game. I'm not going to play it. But if you do want to play it, look at the top line for Columbus: Panarin, Luc Dubois, Cam Atkinson. They're pricey, but stats show that they're worth it. I wouldn't mind taking a shot on Anthony Duclair. Just noticed the press lately, giving him a little bit more attention, yada, yada, yada. So we'll see. 3,300 up there on the second line. Duclair isn't too bad of a play. Werenski is in play, 5K. Seth Jones, 5,800. He's always a good play. That's it. Columbus side. This game is just not exciting to me at all. Florida side here, it's obviously always the same people. You guys know this. We do, it's really lather, wash, rinse, whatever it is. Rinse, wash, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Whatever the hell this saying is. Always the same with Florida. Huberdeau, Barkov, Dadonov, Hoffman. Maybe a shot on Vetrano at 4,700. You could do something like that. Wouldn't mind that. McCann, Maugan, they're showing goals, but what are they really doing? That's probably probably the only goals he have all year. I just don't like Florida really. I do like Florida just because of the simple fact that it's the top 4 guys really that you need to consider. Ekblad at 3,700 isn't too bad of a play, getting almost 25 minutes of ice time. So that ice time is really nice. He's shooting a puck, has 2 assists. So 3,700 for Ekblad is not a bad price. Mark Pisk, 2,500. He's a pretty decent defenseman play too. No goalies in this game for me. Next game up, New York Islanders heading into St. Louis, take on the St. Louis Blues. Got the Blues a minus 130 home favorite, 5.5 over under in this game. Lehner taking on Allen. What do you like here?
Well, I like taking my money outside of DFS and putting it on the Islanders. I don't know why that. Yeah, the Islanders won the other night. They've won 6 in a row. Islanders have won 6 in a row. There should be no reason that St. Louis is a 130 home favorite. But hey, we're here to talk DFS, so let's get right into it. Listen, Barzal, 6,900 second line, right then and there. 7 goals, 3 assists in the past 5. Dude has been amazing. It's come off the power play, and I do like power play stack way more when I play the Islanders. So I'm looking at Barzal. I'm looking at Anders Lee. I'm looking at Brock Nelson. I fell victim to Josh Ho-Sang at 3,200, thinking that he might get some action, but he got me a half a point. So I like Barzal. I like Lee. I don't mind leaving Nelson out the door. You can certainly throw Nick Leddy in your play at 3,200 with 3 power play points in the past 5. Nick Leddy, another great play. And you know what? If you guys have your notebooks out and you're watching, write Nick Leddy's name down, because we don't need to write down the names that are super expensive in DFS. Everyone knows them. Where you separate yourself is what you can do with your tiny salaries. Nick Leddy, 3,200. He'll go under the radar for people that are just scrolling down trying to pick a guy that fits their salary. You guys get the inside knowledge because you spend your time with us nightly watching. Nick Leddy is a guy to write down when you need it. He's going to pull through with you. Defensively, I don't think we need to talk about anyone else defensively. I mean, Ryan Pulock at 4,800, he's not going to get you that straight 0. He's got 16 shots and 11 blocks with point production. Ryan Pulock, another good option if you wanted to spend a little bit more on defense. And Robin Lehner, holy shit. Hottest goalie in hockey right now. Keep playing him. And Joe wasn't, I mean, to my defense of the other night's video or last night's video, I can't remember which one it was, Joe called Lehner even in the Slack heavily. And I was like, I think it's Price, because I wasn't sure of the game script. It wasn't a disagreement or anything. I just called it that because of brotherly love. But it really was just saying, I like Price because I'm not sure which way Lehner was. You had Chicago that was very, very hot lately. You had the Islanders that were very hot. Lehner pulls the win in overtime. Lehner, I have no doubt, is the best goalie in hockey right now. And look at this. 5-0, .87, .969 save percentage. Play Robin Lehner at 8,000. Let's go to the St. Louis side. St. Louis, for me, is going to be a little interesting play because I'm not so much on the O'Reilly Perron thing here. I like Rob Thomas personally at 2,800 on the second line. 2 goals and assists in the past 5, 7 shots, 2 blocks. Robert Thomas is a sneaky play, especially being on line with Jaden Schwartz and Braden Shen. I like that second line as a line player. I'm not going to play it, but I'm just telling you a $2,800 option in Robert Thomas. Jaden Schwartz, 5,100. If you're shooting 21 times and you're not scoring, you're not ever scoring. I mean, yeah, you would think that's great having the shots, but at 5,100, you don't want shots. You want some point production. So Jaden Schwartz might get you 1.5 in shooting tomorrow, but I don't like that. And I say that because I know some people's eyes might get big when they see, 21 shots in 5 games. There's a reason he got no goals, guys. They're crap shots. They're crap shots. Bozak at 3,300. another great play. He's getting power play time, 2 goals and assists. Maybe one of these days that St. Louis will realize that Bozak's a better player than what they're letting on. They keep on this third line. Bozak reminds me of the Neal thing, at least from my personal perspective. I would like Bozak to be a second line or first line center even. I don't watch him nightly, so I don't know if he lacks defensively or a two-way player. But Bozak certainly has the offensive capabilities of a second-line center or a first-line center. So Bozak on that first-line power play at 3,300 is a one-off. Or even if you wanted to pair him with Robert Thomas at 3,300, 2,800, it's a little quick, easy pair that's not going to cost you a lot. And Jake Allen, as much as he's my friend, tomorrow he is not my friend.
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue. I got nothing to add. Honestly, with the Islanders here, I like the Lee call. I like the Barzal call. I like the Nick Leddy call. I thought you were going to miss Pulock, but I think Pulock at 4,800 is a great play too. And don't even, shy away from Scott Mayfield either. 4K, he's okay too. And Lehner's playing great. I'm on the Islanders side here. I look for Lehner to get the win. St. Louis side, I just am lost with the St. Louis Blues here. I think really that they need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and realize that they got nothing and start getting some of these guys out of here. Get them somewhere where they got a shot to win. I really don't. I'm not playing St. Louis. So, I mean, if rewind the video, watch, Jared's analysis on St. Louis again if you want to do that. I can't play nothing here. Give me a one-off of Parayko defensively at 4,300. That's it. And I'm not even – well, you guys know where I stand on Jake Allen. I will never play Jake Allen. I hope Jake Allen gets a shutout tomorrow and makes me lose money. I don't care. Will never play Jake Allen. Next game up on the slate, Edmonton Oilers heading into Los Angeles, take on the Los Angeles Kings. Edmonton minus 105 visiting favorite, 5.5 over under in this game. We should see Cam Talbot, Jonathan Quick. Good luck here, man, because I ain't got much here other than the top dogs from Edmonton.
Yeah, when I look at the, once again, for those who are new, we use dailyfaceoff.com as our source here. Dailyfaceoff.com has Zach Kassian on that first line at right wing. And this is where you really want to tune in the Twitter feeds, at least here and there, because you might go on the DraftKings and see that Zach Kassian's like on the third line for DraftKings on their depth chart. And, hey guys, you want to win big money, you got to put a little bit of time into it. So I'm going to look at the Twitter feed here, see what kind of warm-up lines they throw out. If Zach Kassian is on that McDavid and Draisaitl line warming up and stuff, 2,800, I love it. I love it because that gives you a first-line stack of Draisaitl, McDavid, Kassian. Every bit, I believe, Edmonton has the speed of the Lightning when you look at their key players, McDavid, Draisaitl, Hopkins, Nugent Hopkins there, even Ty Ratty. Now they got him back down the fourth line, dude. I don't know what to do with Ratty. I don't even know if Edmonton knows what to do with Ratty. They have him up one day, then they don't even put him in the middle. It's either all or nothing with them with Ty Ratty. He's back down the fourth line. I don't know what they expect him to do. To some people, that works. For Brian Rust, for instance, that worked. That didn't affect his mentality at all. I think it's affecting Ty Ratty's a little bit more because his production is just, it's not really showing like we saw in the preseason. So McDavid, Draisaitl, Kassian, Nugent Hopkins on the second line by himself. No one else is there with him, but Nugent Hopkins gets his love from the power play. So you go and listen. Tampa Bay takes penalties. If you're watching the game last night, which I was, because I was like, oh, there's a glimmering hope I'm going to win some cash until, oh, shit, it's 4-0. Yeah. Tampa Bay or the Kings took freaking 5-on-3 three different times in the first period. It wasn't. It was like a 5-on-3. They took another penalty. Freaking Tampa Bay scores on the 5-on-3. Then it's still 5-on-3. Tampa Bay scores on the 5-on-3 again. I mean, they just lack discipline. And Edmonton is great on the power play. So I'm going to actually have a lineup stacking this first power play unit with Draisaitl, Hopkins, and McDavid. It might be a GPP play, but I want a part of it. Darnell Nurse at 4,900 just because he's got 11 shots and 11 blocks. I'll take it. He's getting 3 assists on 3 power play points. Why not? Do you need to look anywhere else? If you had to look anywhere else, I guess Adam Larson at 3,300 be a value play just because he's got 22 and a half minutes of ice time, 5 shots, 6 blocks. He's a cheaper play. But for me, it's really Darnell Nurse defensively. Interesting Cam Talbot. No, I don't think we need to go there. Going across the Kings here, I'm going to let Joe talk about him because I got nothing.
Yeah. You're going to let Joe talk about him. I can't. I'm not playing no Kings. But I'll just dive into the – I already got Edmonton up here. Draisaitl, McDavid, and I guess Zach Kassian here at 2,800. I got to research him here or something. Cole says that he said in the chat here that Kassian can keep up with McDavid. Good pick tomorrow. So maybe I'll take Cole's advice and run Kassian. What the hell at 2,800, man. Even if he gets a couple shots and an assist, he's blowing that value right out of the water. It's wonderful. In Hopkins. Now here's my question, Jared, about this Edmonton power play, this top power play unit. You think since they knocked Ratty back down off that top line to the 4th line, they're going to let Kassian run Ratty's spot on that top power play unit? Because if they let that happen, I'm locking and loading Kassian for certain. I mean, absolutely certain. So I'll have to look into that. Darnell Nurse, okay, I guess 4,900. I mean, it's probably more of a cash game play for me. I like some defensemen, I think, a little better than Nurse. And Jared, I can't talk about the Kings. I'm not playing them, and I can't recommend them. They're doing nothing, like nothing. So, I mean, tomorrow? What do they score? Good day, not a great day. If they have a good day tomorrow, they're going to score 2 goals. That's not going to win you a GPP or just no reason to play them, no reason to talk about them. Cam Talbot, man, I can't do that. I don't think. I think I already got my goalies picked out anyway, so no Talbot for me either.
I'll tell you that before because I think you're about to switch games. It looks like LA is teetering. I mean, I think LA was a team that got us like ridiculed a little bit. They look teetering almost because their passes are just off. You'll see that, like watching that game last night, like they controlled the puck for a little bit and errant passes were all over the place. Like it's not the matter of possession that's the problem. It's just their passing game is horrible.
Turnovers in the center.
That's how Ryan McDonough scored, I think it was, or Ryan Callahan, one of the two last night, man, right to him in the center ice.
I mean, they just give up too many high danger scoring chances right now. How do you play them? I can't. I can't. And I won't. I mean, I'm probably only looking to run 1 or 2 lineups here tomorrow, and the Kings are not involved in my plans. Last game on a slate, Tampa Bay Lightning heading into San Jose, take on the San Jose Sharks. Tampa Bay is a -115 home favorite, or visiting favorite, rather. I'm sorry, 6.5 over/under. Should be Vasilevsky and Marty Jones, right? What do you like here?
Well, I'll start off by reminding folks that there is no travel issues here. As we know, we just talked about Tampa Bay played the Kings last night. So they are out in California. They've probably got to the arena today. They probably practiced at a local ice rink somewhere along the way. Sometimes they even make agreements to actually, either Lightning would have stayed in LA, practiced at LA today, or they traveled into San Jose and practiced at San Jose's facility. But nonetheless, no travel issues here. But for me, I think you got to game stack this, Joe. And I like that Pavelski's on the second line with Joe Thornton. That's a great. I love that they're giving Joe Thornton the $2,900 price tag because I'll stack them up. I'll take Pavelski with Joe Thornton on that second line as a pair. I'll certainly take Couture and Timo Meier as well on that first line. Radil, I played him at 2,600 the other day, and I swear it must have been the day that he got the goal, so I was quite happy with it. Looking at this third line, wow, what an interesting third line. Probably the most interesting third line of the slate here. Evander Kane, Tomas Hertl, and Jonas Donskoy. Should we expect a sneaky attack? I think you can certainly look at it in a GPP play. Certainly. Cash game, I don't think I'm going down the third line there. I'd rather, to be honest here, I probably want a part of Couture and Meier on the first line. And I wouldn't have a problem the third person being the Pavelski. Just because, and, well, that's if you want to do three forwards. I always keep, the scrolling down part gets me because I don't forget, but then I scroll down and see they do got Brent Burns and Carlson. So I'm running a pair of forwards and a D-man for San Jose tomorrow. So it's either going to be Carlson or it's Burns. I prefer Burns and riding his hot streak. At no part of Martin Jones tomorrow. He is 3-0 in his past 5. Keep that in mind. But San Jose, and maybe Joe has this up. I don't have it. But San Jose has scored a lot of goals in the past 10. So you're going up against a Tampa Bay team that gives up around 3 goals a game. It's going to be a game stack situation. Stamkos, 7,700. Maybe the interesting play is if you're going to stack that San Jose expensive guys here at $6,000, $6,000, you might want to play your oddball one-offs on this. And what I mean by that is instead of Stamkos at 7,700, you might play Killorn at 46. Instead of Kucherov at 79, you might play Johnson at 5,700. Yeah, that gives you some flexibility there, and certainly there are on lines that produce.
You're asking about the San Jose goals, right?
Yeah.
Well, over the last 10, no, it's not over the last 10. That must be season long. Anyway, at home over the last 10, they're averaging 3.6 goals a game. San Jose is.
That's a nice number.
And Tampa Bay away, just to throw that back at you. I think I got that one here too. Tampa Bay away is averaging 4.4 goals a game. Tampa Bay is giving up 3.3 goals a game away, but San Jose is only giving up 2.2 goals a game at home.
Yeah. So it certainly makes it scary. I mean, you game script this. This is what I'm saying. If you think that Tampa Bay is going to win tomorrow, you're going to probably play Stamkos with Killorn and Johnson or Kucherov with Killorn and Johnson or something of that sort. You might even throw Braden Point in at 7,200. Don't want to ignore him. You can even do that. But for me, I just kind of like San Jose a little bit more tomorrow. And that's probably why I'm going to give that game stack one more player on the San Jose side than the Tampa Bay side. And no goalies here for me. And no defensemen from Tampa.
I don't want any goalies here either. Although either goalie could stand on their head and shut either team out, but I can't see it tomorrow. Both goalies are great. Obviously, yeah, man. I'm not even really. I shouldn't even waste my time talking about these guys. Honestly, Tampa Bay. You guys all know. Look, Killorn, first line right winger, 4,600, lock and load. Period. Lock him up, load him up. Fine. You want to run him with Stamkos? Who's going to argue that? Tyler Johnson with Braden Point or Kucherov? Who's going to argue that? Nobody. You're going to play it and love it, man. That's what you're going to do. I do like Anthony Cirelli on the third line center and then that up at 4K. Don't mind a shot with him, with Adam Ernie. I don't know how you pronounce it. 3,700. Good play, too. Third liners for Tampa Bay are not your typical third liners. They do get ice time. Nothing defensively. Again, no goalie. Jared, for some reason, man, when I first wrote this game down and when we first got started, San Jose kind of creeped in there on me too. And man, I don't know if no, I didn't see Tarasenko in the lineup tomorrow. So we'll have to watch that, Cole. Jared, what do you mean you didn't know he was in Niagara, dude? I knew he was in Niagara.
I knew. I asked him earlier how far it was from Montreal. I didn't really pay much attention as I was driving from Montreal.
Cole lives in Niagara because that's as close as he can get to living in Canada to the U.S. You know what I mean? That's barely Canada, honestly.
Well, from a ticket saving standpoint, he's closer to Buffalo, so he just waits for Buffalo hockey. Montreal will play Buffalo, and he can get tickets.
Right. But, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Here we go. Anyway, I'm not going to play Radul, but you can at 2,600. Why the hell not, man? It's top line winger. It's crazy. 2,600. Timo Meier, love him. A little pricey though. Hasn't scored lately. Couture, awesome. Jared, 2,900 for Joe Thornton. Give me that, man. Pavelski, no Sorensen. I'll let him out. Third line, man. What the hell is going on with Donskoy? Go ahead, buddy. He's normally only good for one goal a week. That's crazy. 4 goals, 3,600. Man, that third line is beautiful. Kane, Hurdle, Donskoy. I like that a lot, even though I don't like. Yeah, Kane is under 6K too. Hell yeah, I'm loving it. I love the third line of San Jose. Absolutely love it. Defensively, Burns, Carlson. You know, that's it. You don't need nothing else. You just don't need nothing else. And again, no goalies. That's it. $5,600 for Tarasenko. If he's in, man. He wasn't on daily faceoff. Listed on injury. Yeah, he's on injury, all right. I think Cole was right the other day when he said he's waiting trade. That's what he's doing. But whatever. That's all I got here, guys. Man, this last game is going to be popular, man. A lot of people are going to be playing this last game. But I hate to cut it off. We're going to skip the game tonight, Jared. You don't mind, do you?
Not anymore with the Slack channel. Another incentive to get people on the Slack channel. We'll certainly take the game to the Slack channel offline.
Sure. Fair enough. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm tired. Been a long week. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Wish everybody luck tomorrow. Justin just now joins us. Like to see him in the Slack too as well. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to that channel. We need one more to hit that 100 subscriber goal. And then we can have that contest, give away that hat, man. And I'm sure that the winner, no matter who it is, even Cole, will probably request a Pens hat. You know what I mean? I'm sure they will. So with that being said, guys, we're going to get out of here. Good luck to everyone tomorrow. And if you're in the Slack, we'll see you there. If not, get a hold of me. Twitter, at DFS Quarry. at JSMiner87, at JoeMiner3131, or just let your email in the bottom and we'll get you in there. We'll see ya.